What's up? What's cracking? What's happening? We are in the building, man. We are in the building. It's up bright and early. What's up?
In the spring, I reported.
What's up? Bright and early. Daytime stream. Daytime stream. Uh, OckNationNews.com. We are in the building. Shout out to everybody out there. Um, got a great show for you guys, man. A great show for you guys today. Great show for you guys today. Salute to everyone out there watching throughout the ecosystem. MW in the building. Roger Wood in the building. B. Stephanie Bewitched, not bothered. What's happening? So much going on all the time, man. All the time. It's all the time. It's literally all the time. So much going on all the time. But, literally. Literally, it's all the time. Like, they don't stop. Will they ever stop? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Jose Garcia, man. He said won't stop because they can't. That might be true, man. I think that's the truth. I think that might be true. That is the truth.
On the declining number of black men enrolling in college, particularly at historically black colleges and universities. Administrators called the trend concerning and in response initiated research and student support programs to understand what's driving the decline and how to increase the numbers. In this update, supported by the Education Writers Association, I went back to Morgan State University to check on the progress there and visited North Carolina A&T to get a look at how their Aggie men's program is garnering success. That's what we do. Since the start of the year, Morgan State University faculty and researchers at the school have been busy laying out a framework to study the decline of black male enrollment. The enrollment story at Morgan State University is twofold. The 2024 academic year welcomed more than 10,500 students. It was a record. And they did it again. 2025 smashed last year's record with nearly 11,500 students. But the school also noted a concerning decline in the enrollment of black men. In the fall of 2024, black men represented 37% of the student body. 2025 was better. The school noting a 9% increase in the number of black male undergraduate students and a 24% increase among graduate students. But the numbers aren't ideal. Morgan State University President Dr. David Wilson formed a task force to investigate and offer solutions to address the decline in black male enrollment. Dr. Michael Sinclair and Dr. Mark Barnes are on that committee.
We really are taking a look at it in three distinctly different lenses. First is the admissions and the recruitment. Are we recruiting, are we targeting black men to come to Morgan State University? Second, quite naturally, is how are we supporting them once they get on campus? You know, what sort of activities can we do as an institution?
Girls, man, that's everybody knows that's how you support dudes on campus, man. Girls, press 1. Where the hoes at, man? That's what these young boys care about. Where the hoes at? Y'all need to recruit some fine honeys, man. And the men will follow. If you recruit the beautiful women, the men will follow. It's really that simple, man. They make it. Let me see what they gonna say. I ain't gonna watch the whole video, but I just want to see what they gonna say.
To support black male development here.
Yeah, like that right there. Where is it? That right there. That. You got to showcase this. You got to let them know that this is down there, and the men will come.
Black male development here at Morgan. Third is graduation, making sure that they succeed and helping them reach their goals and actually walk out that door.
We also are taking into account, when do we engage, right? So it's not only how do you engage, but also when. The other 3 points of focus are looking at sort of teaching, also research, and also service.
Experts tell WUSA 9 the decline of black male enrollment begins in early education, where young students are met with few black male teachers and may attend schools or live.
Nah, that ain't it, man. It ain't the fact that they don't have black male teachers why they not wanting to go to college. Niggas don't want to go to college because niggas don't really, in mass, as a large population, there's other things that black dudes want to be. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them want to be entertainers. And the only field that you need to go to school for is entertainment, is sports. So if you're not into the sports field, you don't need to go to college. A lot of people want to be influencers now. A lot of young black dudes want to be influencers or rappers, bloggers, streamers. You don't need to go to college for that. College is gonna hold you back because you're wasting your time when you need to be doing that. A lot of black dudes, college ain't the thing for them. I mean, like, it's just simple, man. And now these guys right here, they're gonna be like, well, what about me? And it's like, yeah, it could be a million of y'all. That still ain't gonna put a dent in it.
In areas where there are lower expectations for success. Dr. Calvin Hadley is Assistant Provost for Academic Partnerships and Student Engagement.
And if we can't solve the mechanism to get the black male back enfranchised, and I say back enfranchised, the reality is the black male has never been centered in the educational system. The educational system in America is a mechanism of stratification. If we are going to place the black male in an opportunity so that he can be in a place of advancement in the educational system, we're going to have to approach that systematically.
Addressing the decline is multifaceted.
Yeah, but now you talking about giving them stuff and putting them in a place where they don't deserve. When really what you need to be doing is just, yeah, he talking about putting them, like giving them free stuff and shit, free grades and free this and free that. You can't give them nothing. You just gotta Gibbs me. That ain't gonna work in school. Gibbs me don't work in school. If dudes don't want to be in college, maybe you need to focus on it. Black people need to focus on the industry, man, like HVAC or pipe fitting or CDL or some. You know what I mean? Like, why do these black dudes need to go to college and sit in these classrooms where they're gonna fall asleep and they're not interested in these subjects? It's like forcing a square peg into a round hole. But if they don't want it, what if black dudes don't? If black dudes don't like. What if that don't fit the way their minds work? What if the way the black male mind works is less conducive to putting him in the college setting and succeeding? What if it's just that? What if it's not racism and not lack of opportunity? Because I need some videos. Yeah, they want to make money. They don't want future. Black men ain't about the future. College is like, hey, come here 4 years, 8 years, and by the time you're done, you'll have a certificate and you can go out on the job field and possibly make some money. Black men is like, nah, I want money right now. We don't have gratification deferment. We don't have that. So why would we? Well, so yeah. So of course some do, but as a collective, we don't have gratification deferment. Yeah, this is more black dudes want to be street guys and thugs than want to go to college. We different, man. It's not the system for everything that don't work for black people or a certain group of black people or black women, black men, black whatever. Don't mean you got to fix the system.
Data shows the decline of black men on campus leads to reduced economic mobility, strained college budgets, a negative impact on family formation, and generational wealth. Dr. Malcolm Drury is an associate professor of sociology and anthropology at Morgan.
Because this is where the grounds for meeting different people within your same heading the same direction as you are. When you have a group that's not there, black men, it kind of stifles those type of relationships that begin on a college campus. When we don't see these black men on campus, where does that lead?
They were on campus this weekend for homecoming. Press 1. All those black men that you want on your campus, they were on campus this weekend for homecoming. Okay, they showed up this weekend. They showed up this weekend. How'd you like that? How did that go? How did that go when all the black men showed up this weekend for homecoming? How did that go? Was that a good experience? Sponsor the show. Let's see if we get some people to sponsor the show. Sponsor today's daytime stream, man. Let's see if we get some people from the daytime crowd to sponsor the show, man. We are here, man, bringing the news, man. The views sponsor the show. That's crazy, man.
Where does that lead as far as future relationships, economics?
If black men are not in black families, it weakens black families. And if black families are weak, then it weakens black communities. So it really does have a domino effect on the black community.
Morgan relies on programs like SMOOTH, which stands for Strong Men Overcoming Obstacles Through Hard Work, to support their male students. Members of SMOOTH receive mentorship and can fellowship with one another on campus. This program and others like it are a way in which administrators are hopeful black men feel a greater sense of connection and community. There are also schools like Howard University, which reported black men made up just 19% of its student population.
Damn, yo, that's crazy. 19%, yikes. Yo, I'm trying to go to Howard, man. I'm trying to enroll in Howard. That's enough to make you want to enroll. It's only 19%. So it's what, 80, 20? Jeez. 80-20. It's a whole lot of pimps on that campus, man. There's a whole lot of pimping going on. Take this. It's a whole lot of pimping going on. Wow.
That are actively engaging black men in high school with its Kings on Campus event.
Because the reality is nobody really expected us to be here in these numbers in the first place. And so we're going to change that. If we're going to rectify that, we have to first start with the minds.
More than 100 high school students from around the region and country go through a full day of workshops at the historic college aimed at supporting their social, emotional, and academic work.
So we bring these brothers in. We give them, so the day starts off, I start off with a motivational speech. We have the step show. Our brothers come out and do a step show. Fraternities come out and do a step show. We had our Burning of Fears for the big group. And Burning of Fears is a session where we have a mindfulness activity led by our dean of the chapel. He has a PhD. He's a psychologist, but he also has a background in mindfulness. So we have this meditation, this group meditation with all these black men outside. Then we go from that meditation into groups where we break down our fears.
We have to start building that pipeline earlier. So earlier the exposure, the better.
On the campus of North Carolina A&T in Greensboro, North Carolina, the school's Aggie Men's program, which stands for Male Empowerment Network, tracks first-year and continuing male students as they work toward graduation, connecting young men with mentors and programming. It's generating rewards for the school. University data noted a decline in its black male population prior to the start of the program. And when the Aggie Men's program was formed, data shows things began to turn around steadily. Ajan Basu supervises the program.
We have gone from building the airplane in the air to now we're be able to make upgrades to that airplane while we're flying. So as of last year, we were at almost 90% of my cohort of approximately 250 students were eligible to return in good academic standing for their sophomore year, right? Which is a really incredible number. What we're doing right now is working. All of our programs, we're averaging roughly 5 programs a month for our students to get involved and engage. We're averaging, 50 to 60 attendees at every program. We are starting to become kind of like a subculture on campus to where all the guys on campus know about Aggie Men.
I came here as a freshman, and this organization honestly has changed my life.
Shemi Bakoye is a junior computer science major and a member of Aggie Men. He and Markel Alston are co-presidents.
Tether. He a tether. He don't count, right? He a tether, right? Shout out to Wag the Dog. He said they showed exactly what we do at school. Cool handshakes, that shit. Hey, listen. That's why I bring you this stuff, man. That's why here we do that, man. You gotta see it. Like, listen, I didn't know none of this. I'm learning just like y'all, man. That's one thing about this, man. Wag the Dog. I'm learning just like y'all. I don't know what the fuck. I haven't been to college since the 90s. So I don't know what's going on these campuses, even though I know people that have been going to college. But yeah, it's like you got to make it fun. My stepfather, he teach high school, right? He taught at high school for 30 years, right? He retired. He said, man, with black men, he said this years ago too, when I was growing up. He said, I got to make everything fun for y'all. If I don't make it fun, if I don't make learning fun, y'all not going to do it. Everything got to be fun. We got to rap we got to turn shit into rap or make it a song or make everything a game so that y'all will want to learn. He said that years ago. He taught a high school in DC for fucking 30 years. That's what I'm saying. If you change the school, if you change the structure of a school to fit black men, you hurting everybody. Just to help a group of people that might not be, that just ain't their thing. That just ain't our thing. That just might not be our thing, man. Yeah, that just ain't our thing, man. You gotta make everything a game or everything fun or everything a rap song. 1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 is 4. There's 4 sides to the door, even more. Like, it's like, what the fuck? You can't, it's, shout out to B. Stephanie Bewitch. I'm not bothered, man. You know what I mean? Everything a fucking game and shit, man.
It is.
I kind of just puts in perspective how much more valuable my education is and what it really means to be a black man receiving my education. And I think what's making me super passionate about Aggie Men in the same sense is because I've seen the impact that it's had on me, I feel like it's my duty as a student to pay that back forward.
Larry Miller, WUSA 9.
I previously stated that we would identify those that was involved in this event. And today I wanted to provide an update on this specific case. But first, before I do that, joining me.
Do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember the Alexandria mass suspects? I don't know if y'all remember that story.
I previously stated that we would identify those that was involved in this reported as a suspicious event. Later, this was upgraded to a burglary in progress. Our officers arrived on scene within 2 minutes of being dispatched. Through interviews with this family, investigators have learned the initial victim first contacted her brother instead of calling the police. And once we were called again, we immediately responded. A significant break came after our first press conference. We received multiple tips that created valuable leads. Following those leads, investigators discovered that the 3 masked individuals were related to the victim. An adult female suspect later confessed that her and her 2 sons and her nephew, early in their teens, were responsible for approaching the home. In addition, there were 2 adults and a child in the immediate area filming or standing by for the conclusion of this event. In total, there were 3 adults and 4 children involved. What we now know was a prank. I want to specify the victim had no knowledge of this event.
So that thing was a prank. Okay. We covered that We covered that weeks ago, man. We covered that weeks ago. Fucking Halloween shit. Okay. Let's get an update on Lincoln, man.
There are still many questions surrounding the deadly mass shooting on the campus of Lincoln University this weekend. The FBI is asking the public for any photos or videos of the incident. 1 person was killed, 6 were wounded in that shooting on Saturday night, and 1 person is now in custody. Action News reporter Catherine Scott is following that story for us and joins us live from Lower Oxford Township with the latest on all this. Catherine, it was supposed to be a celebration and ended in gunfire.
That's right. I mean, the football game was Saturday afternoon. Afterwards, there were tents set up, there were parties, and then this happened around 9:30 at night. There are no classes here on campus today as this investigation is underway. A 21-year-old man was arrested in connection to this case, but we don't know yet if he had a role in the gunfire. Authorities do believe there was more than 1 shooter.
I just remember hearing noises. At first, I thought it was fireworks.
Gunfire during homecoming celebrations at Lincoln University. Cell phone video shows people running. 25-year-old Juwan Jeffers of Wilmington died, and 6 others between the ages of 20 and 25 were wounded and are expected to survive. 1 victim is a current student, another is an alum, and authorities say the rest did not attend the school. The shooting happened around 9:30 Saturday night outside the International Cultural Center following the school's football game.
And a friend of mine texted me and said at 9 o'clock, "Are you okay?" I'm like, well, "Yeah, I'm okay. What do you mean?" He goes, "There was a mass shooting." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? A mass shooting?" We left. It was just, everything was going great.
We're operating under the belief that the shooter or shooters in this case did not come here with a specific design to cause a mass casualty event. We believe they would have operated differently. And so we're treating this as a shooting that broke out in the middle of homecoming weekend.
Zacchaeus Morgan Thompson of Wilmington has been charged with carrying a concealed firearm without a license and is being held on $25,000 cash bail. Investigators have not determined whether the gun he had was used in the shooting. According to the criminal complaint, Morgan Thompson told investigators the gun belonged to his mother and that he kept the loaded weapon on him the entire time he was on campus.
Everyone on campus is a victim in this.
There's counseling available at the school all week long. Students are gathering at noon today for a moment of reflection, and investigators are looking for tips. They think cell phone video could be key when it comes to this investigation. The FBI actually has a website where you can upload videos directly that could help in this investigation. We're live in Lower Oxford Township. Catherine Scott, Channel 6 Action News. Christy.
Yeah, let's hope people start submitting that evidence. Catherine, thank you. An accused serial slasher is on the loose. Police say he has attacked 3 men so far in Brooklyn.
Yeah, we're told that one of the attacks happened on a Q train. Eyewitness News reporter Jason Patel joins us from Flatbush with the latest on this. And Jason, it appears that all
New York got it going on, right? New York got it going on with the honeys. This is where all the top honeys go, man. They be like, man, they be telling their agent, man, get me out of Wichita, man. Send my resume to the New York station, man. Yeah, the big market. They all want to be in the big market, man. Well, the big market want them. The big markets want them. You see Bria ain't making it to New York. She had to go from Memphis to Milwaukee. Bria got a lateral move, man. They gave Bria a lateral A lateral promotion, man. Big Bria.
These attacks were random.
Yeah, Pedro and Charlene, good morning. That's right. They do appear to be completely random, unprovoked. So people are definitely on high alert, and police are still looking for this.
I will say this, though. Philly, the news anchors look better than the women in the local population because the news anchors aren't from Philly, but they still leave much to be desired because something in the water down there. Once them girls get a sip of that Philly tap water, they start degrading, man. Once them news anchors and them reporters come to town, man, they just lose a little bit, man.
Suspect this morning. So this is very important. They are asking for the public's help to find this suspect who slashed 3 different men in the face at 3 different times over the weekend.
Slashed 3 different men in the face at 3 different times. I'm looking at the bridge of that nose. That looked like that might be a ombrito or a glider, man. I'm not getting sun energy. Are you getting sun energy from this picture? Press 1, man. Everybody hit that like button too, man. Everybody hit that like button, man. Smash that like button. Y'all getting sun energy from this picture? He said the anchor imports give. Yeah, man, it's Philly, man. Philadelphia. Yeah, anchors. Over time, yeah, they start adapting to their environment, man. You said area he's in is mostly sun. This area right here.
And this is a picture of the suspect on your screen. Police say he is approximately 6 feet 2 inches tall, and he was last seen wearing a black jacket, a beige hooded sweatshirt, black shorts, and white sneakers. He also had a black face mask on and a black and gray bag. We know that the first attack happened.
Shorts. Look, he got on shorts. It's the wintertime, right? It's the wintertime in New York. He got on shorts. And he got hairy legs. That ain't no sun man. I don't know if this is something. This is a ombrito or a white dude, man. Black dude ain't wearing no shorts in the Black dude ain't wearing no shorts.
We know that the first attack happened Saturday morning, and the victim was sitting on a northbound Q train approaching the Cortelliu Road station. The second attack happened later that day at night, Saturday night, just before 10 p.m. on Foster Avenue and New York Avenue here in East Flatbush.
That looked like the Jets. That looked like the Jets.
Then the third attack happened yesterday on Sunday, just before 7 a.m. on Newkirk Avenue in East Flatbush. We know that all of the victims were men, and in each case, they were slashed on the left side of their face. We also know the victims are 37, 53, and 56 years old. Back out here live, the good news is all of those victims were taken.
So he right-handed. If he coming up to him, slashing him. He's slashing him on the left side. He's right-handed.
Left side of their face. We also know the victims are 37, 53, and 56 years old.
37, 53, and 56. So he targeting older dudes. He not going after YNs, man. Why these type dudes don't never go after the YNs, man? We need a vigilante that go after YNs, man. All the random punchers and street crazy dudes that just attack people, they never attack YNs, and YNs are everywhere. You can't avoid YNs. They just all over the fucking place. Support the channel, guys. Take the pledge. sponsor the show, sponsor the daytime show. We really need you guys to sponsor the show. It really, really makes a difference, man. He said Charles Bronson is dead. Yeah. You couldn't make a Charles Bronson movie today. Niggas would be crying about racism. Press 1. Niggas would cry about racism if you made a Charles Bronson movie today. Shout out to my man TCT, man. TCT in a building. Thank you for your service, man. He says, thanks again. Salute to Pete, man. Pete says, I'm a simple son, man, trying to understand how the world works. Thank you for the daytime stream. Yeah, man. I'm trying to figure out how the world works too, man. That's why I do this shit, man. I learn it just as much as everybody. Y'all gotta understand. I may watch 1% of the videos that I show y'all. Because things happen, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I may see something, throughout the day, but 99% of the stuff I show y'all, I'm seeing it at the same time y'all are. I'm seeing it, y'all getting my raw reaction. I'm seeing it at the same time y'all are. So I ain't in no better position to make a judgment on it than y'all are.
Were slashed on the left side of their face. We also know the victims are 37, 53, and 56 years old. Back out here live, the good news is all of those victims were taken to the hospital in stable condition. They are expected to be okay, but again, police are still searching for the suspects. So if you have any information, contact police immediately. Live in Flatbush, Brooklyn, Jaysha Patel, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Yo, you ain't lying about that. Denzel would definitely beat y'all, and he would do a great job because Denzel is amazing as the equalizer, man. I haven't seen none of the Queen Latifah equalizers, but Denzel, that's a bad motherfucker as the equalizer. I'm telling you that. Okay? He is a bad motherfucking equalizer. He is something. He is a that's a virtuoso performance. That's a virtuoso performance.
After he was shot multiple times in Belmont. News 12's Brittany Cadet joins us now live from the 48th precinct with new information. Good morning, Brittany. What can you tell us?
Yeah, Marcy, good morning. We're learning that the victim who was shot multiple times is a 21-year-old man. Again, he was shot.
New York got the baddies, man. New York got all the baddies, man. New York got all these motherfuckers these Spanish motherfuckers. I thought this was go-go they playing. Can you hear that shit? Can you hear that Spanish music in the background? I might need to go in the basement. Can y'all hear that shit? Press 1 if you can hear that Spanish music in the background. This motherfucker playing this shit. Sound like go-go. I thought it was go-go, but then now I'm hearing people stuttering in Spanish. Yeah, Denzel, that equalizer shit. That shit, them joints is hitting, man. Oh yeah, I might have to go in the basement, man. That equalizer shit I love them movies, man. I ain't gonna lie. I love them. I ain't gonna lie, man. And I don't even watch movies like that no more. I probably seen like 20, 30 movies in the last 10 years. I've probably seen 20, 30 movies at the most that came out. I'm talking about movies that came out maybe in Yeah, they playing all that bullshit. But yeah, New York got the baddies, man. Now I can hear it though. It's blowing. It's getting louder and louder.
Multiple times on Park Avenue yesterday evening, but what's not clear right now is how or why this entire incident started or happened. But I do want to go straight to that video that shows police in those moments trying to render aid to the victim on the ground. It looks like the shooting took place inside of 4575 Park Avenue. Police say shots rang out at around 8:43 last night. When they got to the scene, officers found the 21-year-old man shot multiple times throughout his body. He was rushed to St. Barnabas Hospital where he's expected to be okay. And as of right now, police say they have made no arrests and this investigation remains ongoing this morning. But if you do have any information that can help police in this investigation, call the Crime Stoppers hotline. We're live here at the 48th Precinct. I'm Brittany Cadet, News 12, The Bronx.
Brittany, thank you so much.
When reviewing the sentencing factors as outlined under 29-29-11 and 29-29-12, my job as a judge here is to punish the offender, but also to make sure that the sentence should be proportionate and not demeaning to the seriousness of the offender's conduct and the impact on the victims and consistent with other sentences with similar crimes. In looking at the seriousness, of course, the child's age and the suffering weigh heavily for this court as well. And so with respect to my sentencing, after taking in consideration all the matters before the court that are appropriate under the principles and purposes of sentencing, the court's going to impose the following sentence. Starting with count 2, as found guilty on count 2 of murder, it's a life with parole eligibility at 15 years.
Wow.
On count 3, the murder charge under the B section, it's life with parole eligibility at 15 years.
Wow.
Those are the maximum sentences that could be handed down on those 2 counts. On count 4, with respect to the Reagan-Toke sentencing guidelines, count 4 and count 8 are both felonies of the second-degree felonious assault. We also speak to count 5, which was the endangering children as a felony of the second degree. And then we speak to count 7 and 6. The state and I have agreed that I will move forward with count 7. Under count 7, under the Reagan-Toke sentencing guidelines on the attempted murder in count 7, the court's going to hand down the maximum sentence of 11 years as the minimum sentence to the indefinite sentence of 16 and a half years. Again, I've outlined the Reagan-Toke guidelines and the reporting requirements for post-release control that will be controlling on all other felonies of the second and first degree, this being the highest level. I've outlined the 5 provisions, as I noted for the record already. And then with respect to the count 4 and 8, the maximum sentence is 8 years. I'll hand down that sentence. Count 5, 8 years. Count 6, 11 years. Count 8, 8 years. And then as indicted, count 10, which would be a 6-month sentence on the misdemeanor charge. Regarding aggravated murder and finding the defendant guilty of aggravated murder by this jury, the court's going to hand down a sentence of life without parole. I'll run every...
Okay, there we go. Life.
Every other sentence concurrent to life without parole. Miss Ellis, you'll be
okay. You remember
given credit to 5.
So yeah, good. Life without parole. I thought they were going to give her life plus 15. Remember this bitch? You remember this bitch, Ray Wall?
Nah.
You don't remember this bitch?
Who's that?
Let me show you. This bitch, she just got sentenced life without parole. That's good. I thought that was because some of the charges carried life 15 with parole at 15 years. But this is
with Bianca Ellis. She's the woman accused of killing an innocent child in a Giant Eagle parking lot. She was back before a judge today. She allegedly stabbed 3-year-old Julian Wood to death last June. Well, today's hearing comes a week after the defense filed a motion to change her plea. Natalie Clydesdale was in the courtroom. She has the very latest this afternoon.
Let me go.
Bianca Ellis appearing in a Cuyahoga County courtroom one last time before her case heads to trial.
So we're set for trial on October 1st.
Last June, Ellis was caught on surveillance camera walking through a North Olmsted Giant Eagle with a knife in hand. She's accused of then following Margot and Julian Wood out of the store and stabbing them in the parking lot. 3-year-old Julian died from his injuries. Authorities described this as a random act of violence. Last week, Ellis's attorneys filed a motion to change her plea from not guilty to not guilty by reason of insanity.
The court is aware of that motion on the docket. So at this time, the court's going to proceed in a trial manner.
The filing argues while Ellis did kill Julian and hurt his mother, she did not know, as a result of a severe mental disease or defect, the wrongfulness of her actions.
Severe mental.
Here's my thing, and why didn't she stab any of these men? Why didn't she stab any of these fucking security guards? Or why did she stab a woman, a fat little woman and her son?
It didn't look like she was screaming or having a mental breakdown. She just chose the easiest target.
Yeah, she was choosing. She was choosing. That's not crazy.
That's some behavior. Super predator.
I guarantee you, she wouldn't have stabbed me.
Nah, hell no.
She was looking for somebody. Nah. We gotta. I'm glad she got life without parole. Fuck that, man. All this crazy. I'm crazy. While I'm walking through the train, and some YNs get on, and I'm not crazy no more. Then the YNs get off 2 stops later. Now I'm crazy again. Everybody on the train. Fuck everybody on the train. I kill everybody on this car. YNs get on. Oh damn. Woo. Great. What?
The crazy thing, if we didn't have cameras, black people would not believe this. They'd be like, nope, it's a lie. Why would a random black woman kill a little baby? Nope.
A little white baby too.
Yeah, well,
it's America. You can't kill white people. You ever hear black people saying that shit?
Hell yeah, all the time.
Yeah, black people in real life be saying stupid shit like that. If y'all don't know, man.
Yeah, I just wanted to educate some of the people that don't hang around sons, man.
She white.
Man. Yeah.
She white. You gonna get in trouble.
They gonna put you under the jail.
Yeah, they gonna put you under the jail. If you these people crazy. Niggas they live in an alternate reality, man.
Yeah, it's frustrating with sons, man. You don't even want to talk to them anymore. You'd be like, they think one way, and then that's it. You can't change their mind.
Remember her in her first.
Do you have an attorney? You do? Do you have the money or means to hire an attorney?
This is her first.
Have you received your indictment? I don't. Okay. Have you read it? You have not read it. Okay. We have was in progress. Or
she was all smiles in her first court. She was all and listen, here's the thing: the family there, the family present.
Yep.
She was all smiles in front of the family. Here go the father right here. Here the father.
Good morning, sir. Could you start with your name?
My name is Jared Wood, father of deceased, husband of Margot. Your Honor, that day, 1 week ago, she took everything from us. There's nothing that could ever replace my son, or anything that my wife and I, even our other.
You got this nigger bitch in there smiling and shit.
Your sons, they get joy out of seeing white people feel pain, man.
Yeah.
I think gliders understand.
You got this nigger bitch in here smiling and shit, ear to ear and shit after she just randomly killed that white man's son for no reason.
Yeah, Ak, if you were that father, would you have caught a charge? I would have caught a charge.
You know what, man? You know what, man? I'd have been looking for her family members, man.
Oh, true, yeah.
I just been trying to pick. I just been trying to cause pain to her family, man, because I know they don't give a fuck either.
Oh, hell no. Nah. All they care about is how she could get out of it.
Yeah, so I would be going for her family members, man. But yeah, it would be hard, and you know, you got to show restraint and composure. And
yeah.
I don't wanna, one thing I don't like doing is ever saying something that I wouldn't really do.
Yeah,
I'd be like, if I say something, I'm gonna do it. So it's like,
no, just a smile though.
Yeah.
She would have got to me.
It's hard, but I definitely would try to kill some of her family members. Because I mean that you gotta understand, man. Everybody can understand it. You just had a kid. I just had 2 kids. Yep. It's like you understand what this guy more so if you hadn't. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like this guy right here, man. He don't deserve to walk into the courtroom and see this bitch smiling ear to ear.
Nah. What really should have happened is the judge should have said, "How do you want her to be executed?" And then he should have been like, "Yeah,
yeah, facts.
Hanging."
Yeah, it sucks that I feel bad for him that he gotta go through that, man. Because it's like, you know, people making light of that, but he got to actually go through what that bitch smiling and playing crazy because she ain't really crazy. Because now that she's sentencing, in that sentencing video, she wasn't smiling. If she was crazy, smile during that sentence when you getting life sentence.
And I think you mentioned this a while ago, but you said some people don't care about doing life in jail. It's a life of shit, probably. So it's not like.
But I think though, like she not like a nigga though. She a female, so I think she different than like a nigga on the street. I think she thought she was going, like when you play the crazy card, you think it's going to work because it usually work. And then when they tell you, nah, we ain't buying the crazy card, you getting a life sentence, that fuck you up.
Yeah.
Now, if you get the crazy card and they give you like, we just committing you to an institution, yeah, you're gonna be mad, but you still gonna be like, shoo. They said, nah, bitch, you ain't crazy. You going to regular jail with regular people. And she's like, oh shit. Because if you didn't care, you wouldn't have played the crazy card.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, but yeah, this dude, man. Go ahead.
No, I'm glad she got life though. Normally they'd be soft with the system.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was gonna give her a break. This dude, man. RIP. This is
1 week ago. She took everything from us. There's nothing that could ever replace my son, or anything that my wife and I, or even our other kids, are going through. It's horrendous. But I really wish no bail, period, or extend it to the max limit possible that you can, at the very least. Just do whatever you can to keep this monster behind the bars.
Thank you, sir. Is there anything else you would like to say?
That'll be it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Look at her. Look at this bitch. She was. Yo.
She don't feel no remorse.
We don't see white people acting like that, but white people kill black people. We don't see them acting like that in court.
Yeah.
I can't remember that, man. But we seen a lot of niggas smiling and laughing in court when they kill white people.
Is there anything else before I pronounce bond?
Your Honor, we would just ask that you consider assigning the public defender's office, recognizing this is not our number. We did represent her at the first appearance unit. I did meet with her on Friday. We have had contact with her family and begun working on the case. Thank you, Your Honor.
When the original bond was set out of Muni Court, the bond was set at $1 million, and it was before the passing of one of the alleged victims. I do not believe that bond is appropriate given the change in circumstances and the allegations that are contained in this indictment. Bond is set at $5 million, cash, surety, or property. GPS, no contact with any survivor.
Why not just give her no bond though? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
no bond. It would just be so much easier to say that.
Yeah, I remember this case now.
Yeah.
You remember that son that threw that little boy off the, what was it, the third floor? I think it was like Minneapolis or something like
In the
that.
mall?
The mall, yeah.
He got sentenced already?
I don't know. I'm just saying sons are not above attacking little kids.
Nah, I want to see what happened to him, man.
And it was another random act.
Here you go. Okay, he was sent. Here you go. This was.
Is there anything you want to say?
No.
Emmanuel Aranda told the judge that he had nothing to say before he was sentenced to 19 years in prison. Aranda pleaded guilty last month to throwing a 5-year-old boy off a third-floor balcony at the Mall of America in Minnesota, nearly killing him. Prosecutors read an emotional victim.
19 years. That's it. Yeah, that's Minneapolis though. That's Minnesota.
Should have killed him in this, yeah.
Yeah, Minnesota. It was random too.
Random, yeah.
That shit is terrifying. You get your kids just running around the mall and some fucking, you see some nigger there. I'm talking about like some disheveled, you know what I'm saying, looking ass nigger, and you don't pay no attention like you supposed to. And then you end up picking your kid up in one foul swoop and throwing him over the fucking balcony. And you like, damn, I should have knew this nigga was fucking. Because all it takes is one foul swoop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There was no reaction that you could have did to save the kid.
Yeah. Damn.
Once he had the kid, that was it.
Prosecutors read an emotional victim impact statement from the little boy's father.
Your act was evil and selfish. You chose to listen to the worst parts of yourself that day. You chose.
Oh, so she think that he was hearing voices and shit. Okay, so she believed that this thing, because she believed that so the voice ain't telling him to go, because you know Mall of America, that's nothing but Somalian gangsters, Somali nigga gangsters, like that mall, that's where the shooters hang out at. So his voice ain't tell him to fuck with none of them. He's told to take a 3-year-old and throw it over a balcony. And this dumb white bitch believe that. These judges need to, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yo, man, that shit is wild, man.
Evil over good and chose to take your hate and hurt out on my precious boy.
According to a criminal complaint, the victim's mother said they were standing outside of the Rainforest Cafe at the mall when a man now identified as Emmanuel Aranda walked very close to them. She allegedly asked him if they were in the way and should move. Prosecutors say without warning, Aranda then picked up the victim and threw him off the third-floor balcony. The child fell around 40 feet. The suspect told police he went to the mall on April 12th looking for someone to kill. Aranda's mother says he suffers from mental.
So he went to the mall looking for someone to kill, and he picked the 3-year-old or whatever the fuck, I don't know how, but a little boy. So he had discernment. It was like there was a ton of adults there were a ton of men there, security guards. There was a ton of people there. He sifted through all that shit and picked the little boy. He's not crazy, you dumb bitch. He's perfectly fucking sane. Press 1.
Yo, what's good?
Guys, what's going on, man?
Yo, I always be trying to tell motherfuckers that too. Like, they be like, man, he crazy, man. He mental. No, no. I'm like, his ass ain't that crazy. He picking, bro. They pick the right people every time. You know how many hoods and YNs running around Chicago, but the only time that we see motherfuckers getting randomly punched is downtown or some shit,
I'm
and it be
telling
like a small Asian woman. Bro, that motherfucker not crazy. That motherfucker strategic.
No, that kid, they said that kid broke almost every bone in his body. That kid is not all right. That kid, like, he broke everything.
Somebody said he was okay.
Now, somebody said children are resilient. Salute to Gary Reeves. Gary Reeves said, the mass pew-pews in North Carolina you did yesterday, those are Lumbee Indians. They are heavily populated in the southeast North Carolina, and they are crazy. We're going to have to look into Lumbee Indians.
I ain't never heard of that one. Hey, but I was just at Mall of America, boy. That shit is Somalia, dog. That shit funny as hell.
He knew not to fuck with no Somalians, man. It's young teenagers with Somalians, right?
So when we went to like they got like an indoor, like basically amusement park. So we went in there. So it was mostly like families of Somalians. We ain't even really walk around the mall.
Okay, yeah. But I mean, it'd be a lot of shit going on in that mall, like as far as gangsters.
That's why they had that. You remember that the Somalian kids all in their fucking little dresses and shit. They did that whole teen takeover there. You covered it. You covered it.
Yeah. This motherfucker, he knew better. He know better than that.
Looking for someone to kill. Aranda's mother says he suffers from mental illness.
Mentioned depression, schizophrenia, ADD, autism. It was just different things.
That bitch throwing out every son buzzword, bro. Bro, anytime sons get in trouble from the age of 10 to fucking death, they always throw ADD, autism.
Yeah, that shit crazy, man. These motherfuckers are just a pestilence, man.
And has needed multiple medical procedures. His family says he faces a long recovery road. Mark Liverman, CBS News, New York.
I wonder where that kid is nowadays, man.
That motherfucker probably scared to go outside. Shit, that motherfucker probably living life as the bubble boy or some shit.
Here you go, right here.
It happened in the blink of an eye. 6 years ago, a little boy was scooped up by a maniac and thrown off a third-floor balcony at the Mall of America. Little Landon was with his mom and a family friend outside the Rainforest Cafe looking at the fake alligator when the madman picked them out at random.
I said, "Excuse me, do you not want us on this rock?" And he said, "Oh no, you're fine, you're fine." And in that second is when he picked him up under his arms and ran and just threw him.
You must have been in complete shock.
Yes, I didn't think that was gonna happen.
As mom Carrie Hoffman raced to her injured son, the first miracle happened. 2 nurses saw the fall. When they reached Landon, they immediately began CPR.
He said he did not have a heartbeat and he had bones sticking out of his skin, and they got him back to life.
Landon was rushed to Children's Hospital in Minneapolis, where
Yo, can you imagine if this was at a all sun mall? They would have been just recording like, damn, now you wrong for that, man. That's fucked up, man. Come on, man, we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here before the police start asking questions.
Yeah, niggas would have been acting like they ass. Nah, niggas probably got dirt. They probably got weed on them. They were like, man, let's get out of here, man. Yeah. That's just. Thank God there was 2 nurses there, man. That's amazing.
You know they was gliders.
Oh fuck, or not sons, not sons. They could have been. It's anything but sons. But this little boy, man, he lucky as hell.
Team of doctors were waiting for him. He remained in the hospital for 4 months, having more than 15 medical procedures. It sounds impossible that he would even survive, let alone be okay. How do you explain that?
It is impossible. It is very impossible. There's no way. He should not be alive.
The assailant, Emmanuel Aranda, suffered from schizophrenia. He had been banned twice from the mall before throwing Landon off the balcony.
Your act was evil and selfish. You chose to listen to the worst parts of yourself that day.
Amazingly, Carrie says that she has forgiven him.
This man didn't know me.
Of course. Of course.
Oh my God, bitch. Come on. He grabbed your baby like a football and fucking punted him to the fucking. He Gronkowski fucking what he be doing? Yeah, he Gronkowski spiked your son from the 3rd floor. But you forgive him, bitch. I hate y'all.
Yo, man. And here's the thing, it's Minnesota. She's white. It's like a 99.9% chance she's like a bleeding. Think about it. She votes for Tim Walz and Ilhan Omar.
Oh,
and,
yeah, you're right.
Like, if you voting for people like that, you gotta be a little nutty. You gotta be hella indoctrinated too. Like it's
look. She forgives this dude, but she wouldn't forgive Trump for the fake hoaxes of good people on both sides narrative, or he asked for the Central Park to be killed. She would never forgive him for that. The shit that never happened, but she'll forgive this motherfucker for throwing her son.
Yep.
These people are fucking crazy.
She wouldn't forgive me or you for voting for Trump.
You're right about that. She'll look at us crazy.
She's more upset with us than she is with him. This guy. Yeah, man. She's Minnesota, Minneapolis, white woman, mom, whatever.
Yeah, Minnesota woke as fuck, bro.
We haven't seen the dad nowhere, so I'm sure there's a dad there somewhere because it's a nice house. It's a pretty nice house. There's got to be a dad somewhere, but we haven't seen a dad. We just, see what I'm saying? Just a feminist. She's, she probably feels like superior to this guy too. Like, because, a lot of those liberals, they're racist in that way. It's like, well, he just, he can't help. You know what I mean? Like, and we have to, show compassion to these types of people. They have kind of like a superior. That's where the low standards, what they call the soft bigotry of low expectations come from.
Yeah, it's like the white man's burden type shit.
Yeah,
They feel like they responsible for this shit. Like, it's okay. Sons are like the fucking toddlers of society anyway. So like, yeah, I can see that she feels that like it's kind of her fault, her ancestors' fault that he's this fucked up, because if we just gave them more fucking rec centers, this wouldn't happen.
Yeah, and she's just like doing what she's supposed to do too. Like, that's what any white woman in Minneapolis would do. You know what I mean? Not doing that is equivalent to calling him a nigger.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to fucking do this. They find themselves in a pit.
I wish the courts would be like, when these gliders do this virtue signaling, talking about I forgive him. I wish they'd be like, oh, if you forgive him, he's released tomorrow and he got to live with y'all.
And she would do it. We seen a case of that where the dude killed the woman and her daughter befriended him, and then she got out and killed the daughter.
Damn, do I remember that one? I don't know.
Oh shit, you don't remember that story? Holy shit.
He didn't know Landon. He didn't want to hurt us. He was just there because he was mad and wanted to kill somebody.
Carrie writes about her family's journey in a new book, Miracle at the Mall. Suffered from schizophrenia. He had been banned twice from the mall before throwing Landon off the balcony.
Your act was evil and selfish. You chose to listen to the worst parts of yourself that day.
Amazingly, Carrie says that she has forgiven him.
This man didn't know me. He didn't know Landon. He didn't want to hurt us. He was just there because he was mad and wanted to kill somebody.
Carrie writes about her family's journey in a new book, Miracle at the Mall.
I wanted to get this all down in one spot so that I had this forever for me and my family.
And here's that miracle boy today. Landon loves hockey, hanging out with his buddies.
All right, Lando, we're gonna do our eye movements. Okay, stay focused on that. I'm gonna try to distract you. Don't let me.
He's still working on his recovery. We were with him as he got vision therapy to help control his eyes from drifting.
I see a clock that's like some numbers are out and some are like in.
So far, we're seeing his eye movements smooth out. His ability to converge his eyes is quickly improving. We're seeing improvement with his physical coordination.
From surviving an unspeakable act of evil at America's largest mall to a typical 11-year-old boy.
Come on, guys, let's go.
A true miracle.
That's amazing, yo.
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, since he forgive her and shit like that, he can come back, throw him back off of it, and get his eyes fucking straight.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
I'm just playing, guys.
Jesus. I'm trying to find that story. Do anybody remember that story? I forgot what city it was from. The black dude worked for the mom. Worked for the mom, killed her, and then while he was in jail, the daughter started visiting him. And he, gave her the whole sob story, da da da. He did played her like a nigga and shit. And she became like, enthralled with him and shit. So when he got out from doing his whatever years, she brought him into work, you know what I'm saying, for her. And then he killed her.
That's fucked up.
Can't remember where it is, man. I'm looking for it right now, man. I can't remember. I gotta save that shit this time. It was in Florida, right? It was in the South somewhere. It was somewhere. Let's see. Shit. Goes to jail. Let me see. Let me see if this is it, man. Before I move on, man. But I'm gonna look for it later on, man.
For sure.
Here it is. Is this it? Travis Lewis. Yeah, Travis Lewis. I think that's it. I think that's Travis Lewis, man. I think this is it, man. Yeah. And listen, thank God. If gliders were like completely smart, like we wouldn't even be around, right?
Nah. Hey, but that last story, you know what shocked me the most from that All America shit? That they had banned him from the mall, but somehow he was still there. He came back, How did that ban not work?
He's stupid, man. Yeah, this is this guy right here. God damn, this nigga, man.
This is the story of how a young boy who killed at 16 would return years later to commit a second, even more horrific murder, and how both crimes devastated one Arkansas family. Few true crime cases are as tragic and chilling as that of Travis Lewis, a man who committed not one, but two shocking murders, both tied to the same family, nearly 2 decades apart. The story of Travis Lewis spans over 20 years and involves betrayal, recidivism, and a devastating link between past and present crimes. It's a case that haunts not just because of its brutality, but because of how history repeated itself in the most horrifying way. On September 10, 1996, in the quiet and upscale Horseshoe Lake community in Arkansas, tragedy struck the home of Sally Snowden McKay and her nephew, Joseph Lee Baker. Sally, a well-known and beloved socialite, was 75 years old. Her nephew Joseph was 52. The two were found dead in Sally's home. Joseph shot multiple times, and Sally beaten and shot. Their brutal murders shocked the tight-knit neighborhood. After an investigation, police arrested 16-year-old Travis Lewis for the double homicide.
That nigga was 16. God damn it, boy. Whew.
A resident of Hughes, Arkansas, Lewis had known the Snowden family and had reportedly committed the murders during a botched robbery. Due to his age at the time of the crime, Travis Lewis was charged as an adult but avoided the death penalty. He pleaded guilty to the murders and was sentenced to 28.5 years in prison, with the possibility of parole. Many believed justice had been served and the tragedy could finally begin to heal. After serving 23 years of his sentence, Lewis was released on parole in 2018.
He only did 23 years. Yo. Damn.
Despite the earlier horrors, he managed to reinsert himself into the Horseshoe Lake community. He reconnected with Martha McKay, Sally Snowden McKay's daughter, who had returned to the family's property and was now living in the Snowden family home, the same house where her mother had been murdered decades earlier. In a twist that no one could have predicted, Martha had reportedly forgiven Lewis. She believed in restorative justice and, according to some reports, even offered Lewis work on the property as part of his re-entry.
Man, hell no. That ain't part of the goddamn sentences. Don't go back to the fucking place where you murdered the woman.
Right. Stay away orders. Like, damn. But you know what, man? Like, these women, like I said before, think about it. The same place you learn 1 + 1 is 2. The same place you learn I before E except after C. The same place you learn, you know what I'm saying? That, like, you know, water freezes at below 32, like things that you can actually use in real life, right? You learn that white people are evil and they owe a debt to black people, and black people, you know what I'm saying, are precious little lambs. You learn all that shit. So why would that not be true if 1 + 1 is 2? And that's true, because everywhere you go, 1 + 1 is 2. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you go, CAT spells cat. So if they tell them those two things, why would they be lying about the third thing? That you're responsible for every problem on planet Earth. And you know what I mean? You're the only people that ever had slaves. You know what I mean? You just colonize everybody and you ruin everything. Why wouldn't you believe that too?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, this is a damn shame, but yeah.
It's not like they're learning that shit at an extracurricular. They're learning that shit in school. Then they go to college. And then it only ramps up then. It doesn't like tune down, like, oh, you already got the message in your first 12 years. No, that shit goes through the roof in college. So yeah, I can understand, man. I can understand in a way, but I also gotta say it's DNA. It's DNA because the DNA factor is the fact that y'all allow that shit to happen in y'all schools. Y'all allow that to be taught in your schools. You're teaching it. You're most of the teachers. Most of the teachers are what, you know what I'm saying? You're teaching it. You're absorbing it. The parents are complicit. So the white people being so complicit with it is part of their DNA that that's their fatal flaw. And it's good though, because think about it. If white people, like, let's just say white people was as shrewd as Asians, right? They would almost be like computers. They would almost be like cyborgs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why they say Asians don't get into them schools, man, because they real robotic, right? They ain't got no personality. That's how they be denying their ass at admissions.
Exactly. They don't have social, and you know, they missing something in the glider. But if you had all that in one, they would just kill everybody because they would be like, "Oh, you're useless. Kill all of them. They useless. Kill all of them, or at least enslave them." And you know what I'm saying, in a brutal type form. They wouldn't have you running around in their society dating their fucking daughters and shit. So it's like if white people we need white people to not be so. It's just like Sons. Could you imagine if Sons had IQs of 120? What we would use those IQs for? We wouldn't use that shit for good.
Nah, if we had IQs that high, we would literally bankrupt every fucking bank. We will fucking find ways to do so much fucking wire fraud and just fucking corruption and shit. We'll work real hard to become CEOs of fucking Chase or some shit and just go crazy on that shit. Find ways to get up out of there, be in fucking non-extradital countries and shit.
Yeah, we would use it for bad. We would use it for, selfish reasons. We would use the IQ. It's good that gliders aren't that smart, man. It's good that gliders are smart because they invent shit that everybody can use and they make the world better. But they're dumb enough to let anybody use their inventions. And they're dumb enough to let anybody partake of their societies.
Yeah, and move into their fucking neighborhoods. That was
Yeah,
a huge mistake, gliders. Huge mistake.
yeah. If gliders was smart, you wouldn't be able to watch TV. You wouldn't be able to take get surgeries and shit because they would be like, this is only for gliders. We invented this shit. You wouldn't be able to drive cars and shit. What do you mean? You gotta walk. Cars are for white people.
Y'all better be glad them goddamn Middle Eastern motherfuckers ain't that goddamn smart, boy. Whew, man. Can you imagine if them motherfuckers was the people that invented shit, the Muslim
Oh
motherfuckers?
Lord,
Holy
man.
fuck.
No one be able to use shit.
Them motherfuckers were only they had that shit at like one fucking house in the community and shit. Like, yeah, everybody get 30 minutes of television, motherfucker.
Yeah, man. Facts. Oh man. Sponsor the show. Take the challenge. Pledge. Sponsor the show. Only place you getting this, man. Breaking down white psychology, man. People accuse us of only picking on black people. It's not true at all, man. It's not true at all. Those haters that say that it's just that these are white liberals and y'all don't see white liberals as white people. It ain't my fault. They still white people.
Into society. Whether out of compassion, hope, or spiritual principle, she welcomed back the man who had taken her mother from her. But forgiveness does not always bring peace. On the morning of March 25, 2020, Crittenden County Sheriff's deputies responded to a burglary call at the Snowden family home. Upon arrival, they found the body of 63-year-old Martha McKay at the foot of the staircase. She had been bludgeoned and stabbed multiple times. The home showed signs of forced entry, and blood was found throughout the house. As deputies began their investigation, they encountered Travis Lewis fleeing the property by car. He crashed the vehicle during his escape, fled on foot, and attempted to swim across Horseshoe Lake. Officers pursued him, and his body was later found in the lake. He had drowned during the attempted escape. Once again, the Snowden family had lost a member to a brutal murder, and once again, the killer was Travis Lewis. The murder of Martha McKay sent shockwaves through the Horseshoe Lake community and beyond. Residents struggled to process how the same family could suffer two tragedies at the hands of the same person. Martha was deeply loved in her community. She was known for her kindness, spirituality, and interest in yoga and healing arts.
Yo. Man. I tell you, man. Travis Lewis. Wow. What can you say, man?
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
And I'll just note, I do.
Well, this the father speaking at Bianca Alice's sentencing.
You have the microphone on. If you could just speak loudly and clearly, take your time if you're going to read from something. If you don't mind just stating your name for the record and just spelling it for the record.
All right, well, my name is Jared Wood, Jaredwood.
Very good. I'll ask the advocate maybe just to push that up a little.
Is this better?
Sure.
All right.
And thank you. I'll hear from you this morning.
Oh, thank you. I am here today to speak on behalf of my son, Julian Miles Wood, who is no longer here to speak for himself, and I am thankful for you to be giving me this opportunity to do so. It's hard to know where to start when talking about him, so I guess I'll start with letting you know that our family is no stranger to the struggles of cognitive or behavioral differences. Our oldest child has autism. He was actually considered nonverbal, and it wasn't until he was about 7 years old when he became verbal. We tried everything we could to help as parents, but who I should say, actually got him to break free and open up and talk to the point where we have actually a hard time getting him to stop now, was Julian himself. Julian had a special way with people to get them to grow and open up and just have fun. That was the kind of kid he was. He was funny, outgoing, fearless, and full of life, love, and laughter. The energy he brought to the world was boundless. I even called him my copper top baby because his hair wasn't as quite the same color as red as mine, but it was more of a copper color like the battery. Julian loved dinosaurs, and outside of saying hi, Mom and Dad, dinosaur was his first word, which actually shocked all of us with how big of a word it was at such a young age. He also loved Halloween, so much so that he chose to be a dinosaur every year without fail, and he would even find his old costumes throughout the year and put them on even though they no longer fit, not letting us take them off until it was bedtime, where we would have to put on his dino pajamas. However, these are moments that we'll never get the chance to share with him again. Julian had a way of letting you know he was near, like when he woke up in the morning, usually before daylight, with his thundering footsteps as he walked down the hallway from his room. That is when I knew it was my cue to get up and to go get him some leche, which is milk. Another way Julian made his presence known was by taking his brother's toys and running around laughing because he knew he couldn't catch them, and it was funny to take big brother's things, which unknowingly helped his brother find his voice and start speaking up for himself.
Mm. Jesus Christ.
President Trump overnight.
Damn. Yeah, man. This is, I think, one thing we done all that we could do here, man, today, man. Is come back tonight, man. Come back tonight, man. And do the show tonight, man. Make sure tonight when you join us, man, you have your browser opened up with OckNationNews.com, because I think we're gonna go about an hour on YouTube and then switch over to OckNationNews.com. Salute to all you guys, man. Thank you for coming through, man. Appreciate all you guys, man. Same black time, same black channel. Out of here. Subscribe.